Hi everyone, this is Kemal from Hermesis. We will talk about Polish universities, which university are we suggesting, and which departments we suggesting. We will talk about public and private ones. And we have plenty of universities, and if they are not in that list, still we can help you to send students. I would like to keep you in your mind. In Poland, generally, we are suggesting private universities because it's easy to from admission side. It's quicker, easy to process. But there are some the public universities which are really very easy going on admission side. But generally, we are working with particular departments with particular private universities. And of course, we could advise plenty of public universities too. Depending on the student, depending on the department, we will have the universities. So I would like to first of all start with SWPS. I could say that SWPS is one of the most prestigious, reputationally the one of the best one in Poland. There is a Koźmiński. Koźmiński is not very willingly to work with agencies. We have connection with them, but they are generally finding direct students. And the SWPS, as far as I know, they are the third oldest private university. So which departments they have for bachelor? They have computer science, design, English studies with additional language means that you can select Chinese, German, Italian, Japanese, Korean, or Spanish, management and leadership, and psychology. Also, SWPS has different campuses in Krakow, of course, in Warsaw, Wrocław, and Sopot, close to Gdańsk. Gdańsk is my favorite city in Poland because I'm from Izmir, so it's a sea city. But of course, we generally suggest you to send students to Warsaw because it's capital, and we are here. We can support you better. For SWPS, for English areas, they have only the psychology with the other campuses. In Warsaw, they have all programs, but only psychology in other Sopot, Krakow, Wrocław, and Warsaw. And which areas, which programs are we suggesting you to register for SWPS? First, I can say psychology. Psychology is the one of the best for SWPS. And then the second one is design. And third one is management and leadership, and English studies with additional language. In that department, you need to be careful if the students choose Japanese, but if they didn't open because of that many, if it's less than, like, let's say 15 or 10, they don't open. So students needs to have second and the third option too. Then they shouldn't be, if they expect to study just Japanese, they should know that it is not guaranteed. It depends on the number of the admitted students. Okay, and they just open computer science, and they want to make it good. But when we talk about let's say psychology is a little bit expensive than average prices of the Poland, because the general programs in Poland are 3,000, 3,500, but these programs almost doubled because the SWPS want to put themselves on the ranking in the universities as a good and quality one. So such as Koźmiński is a little bit expensive too, but they are trying to give the really good quality, and with the connection with the private sector. So the graduates are easy to find jobs. Of course, these jobs are related with the student. We cannot guarantee that one. You should you also know that. But the reputation of the university provides easy going job issues. So if you are graduated from SWPS in Poland, it's easy to find. Of course, they don't have to work here. It's education. Education is English. They can work all over the world, all over Europe. And another one is, we talk about that one. So the price is zloty because Polish students are demands this department too. So also English. So this complete education is English, but Polish students demands that department too. So that's zloty price. So it's almost 3,000 euro, something like that, 3,500. So it's acceptable price. When we talk about, this is just English studies. When we talk about design, they really they have a completely different school. They call it School of Form. So many years ago, they bought that school. So in a year, after a year, you need to select one of the department: communication design or product design. And they have from all over the Poland. They have really good lecturers from the sector, private sector, and also SWPS has at the same time the owner of the furniture company. They call it Vox. It's like a IKEA. So it's a design-based company. So they can use their abilities in the private sector at first in their company. So they can find easy internships here. So their design ability is really good, and your students has to provide portfolio to enter. So we will give you advices about portfolio, how sample ones, how that process works. But if they're really keen on the design, this is the one of the #1 university that they can study. And then another one is management. They want to make this management and leadership department really in a good place, and the price is 6,000 euro. But they have really good connection with the private sector. They really do very good internships. So that's give the students in a good way of study. And computer science is 4,700 euro. So that's the most acceptable department they have. They want to make it better and better. It's last 2 years, I guess, they run this faculty. So that's why they are trying to make it promote. They cannot make it too high. Okay. And this is the SWPS. And when we talk about, I want to very quickly mention about Civitas. Because okay, I will explain why. When you Google to Warsaw to the Google, you will see the iconic building. We call it Palace Culture. So this is the gift from the Stalin. So general Polish people don't like it because of it, but it's very nice building. It's very Russian style building. It's very classical one. I like it so much, especially when they make it good lighting. And this university is in that building. So in that building, there's some theaters, cinema, some fairs they organize, companies. There's 2 universities, I guess, there. I don't know if they have high school. So it's a huge building. But the thing is, the location is perfect. But the thing is, last 2 years, another group took over the company, VSB group. So after that, admission and everything become really, really, really getting harder and harder. So here, you can study 2 departments, and in 3 departments. But students generally select for international relations or journalism. So it is the related diplomacy and international relations are the related to these ones. But they have, of course, they have digital marketing, communication, sociology. But generally, people select because of that 2 departments. And we could give you some alternatives. I'm just saying that mentioning that if any students come to you just for the Civitas, try to convince for another university. If not, still we can send it, no problem. But I just want to mention that it is hard for example, you get an documentation from notary or translator. They say that this stamp is you need to change the wording. It's just a stamp. It's 15 zloty. You buy that stamp, but you need to make a new one. So They have always different demands than other universities that we are working. And so but I have to mention about you this one, so that's the why we are making that video. So another university is Polish Japanese. Polish Japanese is a many years ago they established with the partnership with Polish government. That's why the name is Polish Japanese, and this is the one of the really prestige, you know, as a reputationally they are the one of the best one. After Koźmiński, SWPS and Polish Japanese is really a good and quality education they have. Actually, the lessons could be harder here than maybe us SWPS, but it's there in the same hardness. But especially in computer science, they push you too much. So if you are thinking that you are coming to private university and you will just pass and everything will be very quick and easy, you shouldn't send the students here SWPS or Polish Japanese. There are some universities I will mention about that one, but this university is really who is keen to study, who can study at least 2 or 3 hours per day, and then like to do like to do study, and they have this habits. Otherwise, I mean, if they are thinking they will just listen the lesson and then the pass, this is not the university you need to send the students. Okay, so this is very hard, but this hard education become with a gift, because when you say that you are studying in Polish Japanese and you graduated from Polish Japanese, it's because of their education too. So they developed you really well, and it is easy to find a job. Okay, so which departments they have, I will talk about that one here. I will show you the departments. First, computer science. It is very popular for the computer science. So they have already they have also Gdańsk campus too. So you can send your students Gdańsk too. In Gdańsk, there not all departments they have, and but computer science they can study in computer science in Gdańsk campus too. And also there is the information management area, and there is a graphic design. And graphic design is also good in Polish Japanese, so students can study here, and the education is really good. Our graphic designer, she's graduated from here. I mean, she has really good ability. I mean, because of her, she's doing very good results for us. Maybe because of the education. Of course, this should come from inside, but they have really good education, as she mentioned too. So there are some departments for only Polish, like cultural studies. So this is only Polish, but for English one, you can send the students here, the computer science, graphic design, information management, and the communication design. Okay, so communication design is also Polish. So 3 departments you can send, and this is the one of the oldest. And now Minister of Education, higher education of the Poland. I mean, they changed her, but in the past she was a higher minister of the education. She was we can say the chancellor for 19 years in Polish Japanese. So that reputation is still good. Okay, I will talk about Vizja, and most probably you heard about Vizja because they are really do a lot of marketing, advertisement. So most probably you heard the school, but as you see on the screen, there are completely different departments like drone engineering, AI, new media and relations, cybersecurity, English philology, Spanish philology, cosmetology, dietetics, management, finance and accounting, a lot of different, fashion design, pharmacy, and normally they have more time to time. So they are doing really good on that one, and they have very nice building. But the education quality is, the Koźmiński, the SWPS, Polish Japanese is complete, and Łazarski, they have good and quality education. I am putting them different place. So this is Vizja, and I will mention about another university later. Easier than the others. Please don't misunderstand. That's what I'm talking. Okay. So you see a lot of departments here, and when it's come to the starting of the school and admission, I will show you that, for example, which departments they opened this year. For example, SWPS, they show which departments they have. That's all. You see 3, 4, 5 departments, but in Vizja you see plenty of them. But end of the day, these are the only departments they opened. For example, for this year, so clinical psychology and computer science engineer, English philology, international relations, finance, fashion design and sustainable fashion management, Spanish philology. So these are which ones didn't open. They didn't open. These are not opened. Architecture, animal behavior and psychology, art education, business psychology, chill out studies, coaching and mentoring, cosmetology, culinary, cybersecurity, dietetics, electroradiology, energy business, film and TV production, German philology, luxury business, logistics, medical analysis, pharmacy, physiotherapy, real estate investment, sports business, sports performance and diagnostics, tourism reaction. So these, and actually, for example, they didn't write. Normally, we registered one student for music. They had it. They have that music department too. Even they didn't write it. So if they don't have enough students, they don't open. So if you have a student and if they like the department name, we can send you the which ones opened this year. 90% these are open next year too. So if a student really liked animal behavior and psychology, they should know that it maybe it will not open. So as a second option, they should know that there should be an option that if they don't accept, we could refer them, we could send them psychology. Okay. And Vizja mostly it's profit. They check their profits. They are really a very business-minded university. And for the others that I mentioned, education is more important. In Vizja, business-minded. So, but it doesn't mean that we can handle it. No, it doesn't work like that. But they are more flexible in some cases, not all. And let's talk about Łazarski. And Łazarski is the oldest private university. Actually, from Turkey, I sent my first student to Poland in 2006. I was the first agency sent this commission-based student, not Erasmus. So it was the Łazarski. We call it LEW. When there is this sign, we call it Łazarski. Same with, like there's a city, Lodz, we call it Łódź. Okay. I cannot speak Polish, but at least I know these ones. In Łazarski, sometimes they give some areas exclusively some agencies. So, and they have only 2 departments, economics and business. So, and we can provide these ones every finance with the many options we have. So, again, the admission, everything is really good and quick for them, but we cannot get a commission. So if any student wants, I advise you to change their mind. Of course, if things change, we will let you know. Okay. And this is the one of the quality one, with the others. Okay, let's go. Vistula. Vistula is the one of the many years they had most international students they have. They have plenty of countries, different countries they have. So that's why their English preparation is the one of the best one. And the second, we are sending English preparation to SWPS. The admission is quicker for us and the management is easy to manage for us. So that's why we are sending SWPS English preparation. But Vistula is one of the best because they have, because of the different countries, they have really good English preparation, and the English teachers, head of English, all team is really great. And they have 900 hours for English. So the fee is 3,500 euro. Generally, the English preparation is almost these prices, okay? And Vistula, I talk about the others, you know, it's very hard, and the others one, it's a little bit easier, and Vistula is in the middle, okay? So they have, but middle, but a little bit, we can say that, you know, let's say in the middle, yeah. So which departments they have? So let's talk about departments. It's not only 15 because they separated engineering ones. I don't know why they say they didn't add their architecture is in here. So they have architecture, it's 4 years. AI, it's 3.5 years. And you see the prices. And architecture is really acceptable price, 2,000 euro. And computer engineering, cybersecurity, and computer networks. And when we go to other ones, business, dietetics, economics, so they have very different departments. English studies, their English studies is really good too. Finance, actually, when you say Vistula, the finance, I can say that the #1 education for them. IT is, computer science is good, they have good teachers. So they have ACCA certification. So if your student, I mean, they don't get whole of it, they get it, I think 3 level of it. So, but it makes them to get easier. Graphic design, they have international relations. So instead of sending students to Civitas, this is better. Same with journalism, they have journalism. Logistics, for example, we see that Vizja said that they will open, but they didn't, but they are open, and it's much more acceptable prices, 1,800 euro. Management, and second page. At Vistula, you have options. You have a double degree programs, some double diploma program. So students will pay 3,900, means that again cheaper than many places, and they will have 2 diplomas, Vistula plus South Bank University, or they can graduate from a branch in UK. So I have to double check with one. I think 2 years you study in Poland, and then 1 year you make you move to Bristol. Psychology in business, if they triple diploma. This is also, there is a one American one too, so the price is a little bit higher, but they have this option. And tourism hospitality, actually the Vistula bought a university, it was a completely tourism hospitality. It's very hard to find in Warsaw, but they have it, okay? So this is the one of the good departments they have. And they have master degrees. Give me a second, it should be a master. In master they have computer engineering, economics, English studies, finance, graphic design, international relations, and tourism hospitality management. So again, the 2 diploma program, and they have executive MBA. This is rare, it's not everywhere you can find in Poland. And when you discuss the price, I mean, yeah, it looks a little bit expensive, but the thing is, when you discuss with the programs, equivalent programs in France, Germany, UK, it's much more cheaper, and because this is really their, I mean, real MBA, and they are looking for 7 years business experience. And you will make it part-time generally. So for this one, if you have more, we could have arranged a completely different webinar and meeting with the university. And this is, we have academia, technology, and artistica. These ones, this is the only university in Poland, private university in Poland, that's focusing more engineering. So it is, they have the only civil engineering as a private school. So let's see which departments they have. And so this is okay. This is the Polish. So their English department is good too, and they have also Polish preparation too. So if your students want to study Polish or English, this could be another option. Normally, we provide always English departments. We don't suggest and we don't promote Polish departments. But if your students want to study Polish, and then because when they study Polish, the Polish departments are much more acceptable as a prices. It's almost sometimes half, sometimes less than the euro prices, so the more acceptable prices they have. So if they believe that they can learn Polish easier, we can send them Polish preparation course. Okay, which departments they have? Is they have architecture, especially when you have architecture students. I can say they are the one of the best in privates. As a private universities, they are the one of the best. So their graduates are really work in a good places. So for architecture, they are good. This AI is a new department, but they have the computer engineering before. So building structures. Again, there are some departments they have. We need to ask it if they will open it or not. Civil aviation management, that's new one for them. And civil engineering, many years they are running, as I told, that it is the only civil engineering in a private university in Poland. And these are related with computer engineering. So because this is why they write twice, because this is English and Polish. This is on Polish because they have Wrocław campus too. And construction and maintenance of vehicles. So it's a new departments they have. So cybersecurity and digital communication and media, energy efficiency. So they have environment protection. So again, these new departments, we need to ask them if they will open or not. Logistics, they want to be in logistics. They definitely they will open logistics, but we need to ask that logistics of manufacturing company, for example. So these are the different. So we can look renewable energy sources, water and waste management. I couldn't say it. Sorry, sport management. So so these are the departments that we need to ask. Okay, so let's continue. These are the master. So as you said that with LR ranking for master, they are again number one, management, marketing and PR, project management, and they have only 6 areas for master. Okay, so as we talked that they have English preparation and Polish preparation. So this university and Vistula, we can say in the middle. This ATA is a little bit harder than maybe Vistula. So Vizja and Moderna are the easy to study. I will talk about more with Moderna. So here the Moderna, I will show from here. Okay. So which areas that this university Moderna has for bachelor, they have business management, hotel and tourism management, IT management, logistics, and accounting, international economics, and international trade. So as you see that there are some departments are really in names and other related, because these are the most demanding departments. So depending on studying here is of course much more easier than the others. And this is we can say the same category with Vizja, but they are improving. And in Vizja, the building is completely new. It's very new building they have. In here, their building is a little bit historical, and they are trying to improve themselves. It is a little bit easy to pass these departments than Vistula, ATA, or SWPS and Łazarski. And as you see that they have the similar departments. Okay, so I will check which departments they have, and they have MBA too, but it's not the same MBA that we checked with Vistula. So the departments, for example, let's say hotel and tourism management, the prices are acceptable, 2,900 euro for 1 year. And then, and this is 3,800 euro MBA. This is a different university. So each departments we can check, like let's say logistics management. So this should be 2,900 euro. So they have English preparation too. So they have second intake too. The most of the universities, SWPS and Polish Japanese, except these ones, they could have a second semester intake. So we need to talk. Vizja, or both a university in Krakow, it's a medical university, so they have medicine. So 15,000 euro per year. This university were running many years. They just bought it, so it's a good education, quality education they have. But we suggest general for medical studies, public ones. So these we can work. The process will be easier maybe. And later, in a few years, most probably they will run that program in Warsaw too. But for now, it's in Krakow. Let's continue from the medical studies, okay, and from the public ones. So far, we talk about all private ones, and I will talk about medical schools, and then I will continue the other public universities. So first university that I would like to talk about is Białystok Medical University. Okay, so this is the one of the the good universities that we are working with. It's very historical university, and the city Białystok is two and a half hour or something like that. It's very close to here by train. So, and the building is the hospital. This building is the university. So they have a hospital, and 10,000 child patients. They have. So they have many patients in a year. They check, and that's why the students will have opportunity during their study with the real patients. Of course, they need to learn Polish, but of course nobody expect them to learn C1, B2. So A2 will be enough for them to make in their intern. And after they finish here, they could also move to Germany or another university countries. Of course, they have to check in that country's conditions. In German, they are looking for German, and they have an exam. As soon as they pass, and if they get an education here, they will pass 95%. I cannot say 100%. So they can study in Germany. And let's continue. So they have dormitories where acceptable fees they have. And if these are full, in Białystok, there are Białystok Technical University and Białystok University. They are sharing dormitories. If they have full, they can continue contact with them. But of course, first come, first serve. Sometimes it's not guaranteed. We have to ask them. We have to register them separately than the school. Okay. Yes, faculty established in 1969. And they have plenty of faculties, departments, teachers, professors. So that's very good in education. Okay, how they work and what does the fee? By the way, you can see that's our agency name here. We are here. So if you are not in that countries, it doesn't important. Still we can register because we have to write at some countries. So these are the countries we wrote. So if you are not there, don't worry. Still we can register. Okay. And the university fee is per year is 15,100. So per year. And this is when we see it's acceptable price when you discuss with Hungary, and for especially when you discuss with US, UK, Canada. It's nothing, but of course it's not cheap. So this is per year they will pay, and then accommodation. and there's admission fee. How that process works, I mean, for others I didn't explain because it's not the very hard one. So we will need these documentations, and for process, general process, we will talk. But for medical process, again, we will have another video for medical process. But quickly, if we are sending them documents and they are checking if they accept it, then we are paying the admission fee, and then they arrange a Zoom meeting, and you need to have that interview. So in interview, you need to select 3 subjects and 2 subjects of 3. Then they will talk about that, and then you need to have the 50 points from 100. So then you will pass, and they will let us know as soon as possible in a week after the interview. And they are asking for the first year students to come earlier, like adaptation or orientation mandatory course. If they cannot, they can come online. They don't have to be physically here, but we advise to come physically to get used to. Okay, and we don't enroll students to University of Warsaw. The reason is it's there too much commercial now. For example, once we registered students, is $500. We registered the students, we sent the document, and then they said we will not accept. Or in one case, they said that the students needs to study pre-med, but the same students enter Białystok University and they pass. So because of that, we are not sending to there. So another one we can suggest is in Katowice. Katowice is 4 hours away from here, and they have not only medicine. They have already in Białystok we have only medicine. In Katowice we have dentistry, we have nursing, we have midwifery, we have physiotherapy, dietetics, public health, and biotechnology, pharmacy, and we should have nursing. Yeah, we have nursing. Yeah. So, and we call it SUM, Silesia of Katowice Medical University. This university is the only university in Poland except in the second intake. Okay, so this university is accepting in second semester too for medical studies. Okay, so and we have another university who is accepting second semester in Latvia, RSU, and this is the only 2 universities who's accepting only for medicine here. RSU do the same, only medicine. Okay, so let's talk about the prices here. Which departments are how much fee. So the tuition fees. So this is the similar price with the Białystok medicine. Dentistry is a little bit expensive. In Poland, this is the only option we have. And midwifery, 8,500, and they have master too. Nursing, almost 7,000. Physiotherapy, 7,500. Dietetics, almost 8,000. Public health, almost 6,000. And pharmacy, almost 10,500. Biotechnology, and that's all. Okay, these are the departments they have, and these are the 2 public universities. Let's go another one. This is physical education and sports in Gdańsk. It's a Gdańsk university. They are running in Gdańsk University physical education and sport, they said. And actually these kind of physical education and sport in Poland, you can find each city. It's very popular. Polish people love sports in these areas. They love it. But very few of them has English. So this is the one of the university you can have this bachelor and master degree in English. So I will not show you the all leaflet here. Here the summary. We have bachelor and master. So there is 2 departments: sports and tourism hospitality. And because of its Gdańsk, for tourism hospitality students, better to study there. And sport, we have the only sport university in Poland. We have sport management, but as a sport, they are the only one. And it's very acceptable prices because of their public university, and accommodation is also very, very acceptable. It should be like 900 zloty per month or something like that. We will check when you have the students and when they have the services. When they get the services, we will arrange that. At the same time, they have the same departments as master, so the prices are the same. So this is the one of the public university, and we have a technological partner, the public university, Politechnika, Czestochowa, and the bachelor programs are, it's per semester 1,200, so it means 2,400 euro per year. Same with the master. So which departments they have, and it is interesting. It is very rare that in Poland for public universities, except in second intake. So all of them, as far as I know, are accepting only one intake. But these are the only one, they have the second intake, but not all the departments. For example, quality and production management, they have a second intake. Computer modeling in mechatronics only in October intake, first intake. Materials design and logistics only in October intake. So they have, for example, this quality and production management on second semester that you can accept. But for master, we have more options. For master, this artificial intelligence and data science, for master, we can start it on February. For example, if you have students just graduated from Poland, any departments, we can apply for the second semester. Logistics, again on February. Mechanical engineering, again in the second semester. Quality and production management, again in second semester. And management in only one intake, okay? So they don't have it. So this, in the same city, we have another university, and we call it again Długosza University. My pronunciation could be wrong, don't trust that one. And they have the degree programs here, and when they say that second degree, it means master, okay? So they have a chemistry and for first degree, and then chemistry for master. Economics, philosophy, physics, computer science, medical engineering, only master. Music in public space, that's the rare department that we can find, okay? Painting and English for business, so as a master degree, okay? So when we have the, for example, prices, let's say chemistry, so the price is 2,900 as far as I remember. It's 2,500 euros, sorry, per year. So, okay, so this is, again, because of public, this is very acceptable price. Okay, these public ones doesn't pay commission. Okay, from the private one, Białystok we share, for the others we don't. And but from the next year, most probably we will have this Katowice, we will have the commissions too. We will let you know. And SGH, let's talk about SGH. SGH is the one of the best economic and business university. It says Warsaw School of Economics, but guys, don't mix with the our Moderna University, because Moderna, it says that University of Economics, Warsaw University of Economics, okay? SGH is Warsaw School of Economics. So Warsaw School of Economics, Warsaw University of Economics, okay? So this is the difference. Sometimes people don't understand the difference. This is the public one. This is the best one, as one of the best one as a economic university. Okay, they have only the 4 departments, and I will show which one. This is maybe I should go back for the first degrees. Yeah, I will show the fees first because I don't want to come back here. So this is the one semester. Okay, so if you pay in a one semester and with installments, it will be 4,500 euro per year. But with that quality, it's nothing. They have very nice building next to metro station. So they have different departments: global business and finance governance, international economics, management, quantity methods, economics, and information systems. For example, if they wanted this one, you go to find more. So here you see that career perspective, this one. If they want to work in NGOs, like United Nations, any non-governmental organization, this is the very nice department they have. And SGH is a good network of the students, graduates. So they really good alumni network. So you never regret that you will graduate from here. Let's say another department, international economics. Okay, click here. So you can see that what you wanna study. So these are for Minister of Finance, OECD, about economics, but again with the big institutions. But if you wanna do your business, for example, or private sector, then this is the for department that you wanna study. Entrepreneurship or your management skills in private sectors. And another one, this is the not easy one, and these are generally, you have to be a very good mathematician, and in the bank and big data they work on it. Okay, and they have master degrees. For the master degrees, again, they have different ones: advanced analytics, big data. And this is again ACCA qualification, finance accounting. This is the right place for finance. Again, this is for NGOs and international business, and international master program in management accounting. So this is more finance and accounting, and you see that when you go there, you can understand what is the not this one, the differences. For example, when you go there and ask, okay, what will I do here? So these are CFO, financial advisor, business control, financial analysis. But when you go to the another one, this management accounting, and so this is admission benefits. Okay, here. So they do the audits, the management, so accounting side mostly. So you can see here what they have. Okay, let's go to the Politechnika. Politechnika, we call it Politechnika. Woods in English, Woods, the website, because of the website, but Warsaw University of Technology in the other name. So architecture, but you need to be careful. This is one semester fees, means that one semester is 6,500 euro. Okay, so it means that it's almost 13,000, so it's too expensive. You can first check the price and then register your student. Electrical and hybrid vehicle engineering and environment engineering, civil engineering, electrical engineering, computer science, mechatronics, aerospace engineering, power engineering. The thing is, in Poland, universities are easy to enter. For Polish students, it's not easy to enter this university, but for international students, easy to enter, but it doesn't mean that easy to graduate. In that universities, you need to study 4 hours per day. For example, we had one student before for aerospace engineering. They started with 120 students, and when they come to he make it 1 year longer, and when he was in the last year, there was 45 students left from 120. So it's national illumination, so they filtered. So if your students are not ready to study hard, don't send them Politechnika. It's not easy to study, but when you graduated, that's a good name, that's a good reputation. Okay,